Hi everyone. Hi. Okay, let me check the chat. Good. It's working. Pause. Okay, I see you joining. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Hi. I'm also in Zaporizhia today, so hi Zaporizhia. Hi, Pani Natalia. Hello, everyone. Hi. Also, you know, we will be using Slido today, so please wait a bit. You will be able to do that. Okay, while we are starting, I have a very good news. Excellent news. Today, linguists celebrating our birthday, and if to be precise, it's about us celebrating it on November 10th. But today is a day that all the linguist company will gather together to celebrate. And thank you. Thank you for saying congratulations. I also feel like after this webinar, I will be going to celebrations and I will tell all your greetings to my colleagues that bring books to you. And several facts about us, it's that we are pretty long livers. Yeah, 17 years on the market, it's pretty long one. Soon we will be adults. Also, we bring a lot of books and provide a lot of cool services. Yeah, if you use Unlinguist, you probably know. Also, we have almost 1 million students that we bring only Noosh titles, but we also have a lot of titles that can bring international ones. Yes, and also we propose discounts. We invite you to webinars. Recently, we had several. Hugh Deller was in Ukraine, so I believe we are moving closer to offline events, but I know not everywhere we can do that. I'm also in two minds about visiting Zaporizhia for our speakers, but nevertheless, we will be moving. Like nothing, especially Russians, can stop us in growing, I believe. We will grow up and be strong and independent, yeah. Also, we propose a lot of languages: English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, Polish, a lot of them, yeah. And also some clear, cool titles like math and science. And also, EKT, if you're interested, we can propose you some informatics in English also. But today, I'm not only ELT consultant of Linguist Company, I'm also ELT consultant of National Geographic Learning. My name is Ірина Маляровою. Today, I will be your speaker. Yeah. If you have any questions about what we will be talking, please participate using the chat. And also, if you have any questions you would like to ask me individually, you can use Q&A. Yeah. Also, I have a slider for you. We usually create with word wall. Where are you from? Please use the slider. I believe it's interesting to see what city will be the winner of today's webinar. Yeah, as I see, we have people from different places in our chat. Let me give it a second. Харків, Львів, Чернігів, Бровари, Ніжин. Окей, Вінниця. Yeah. Окей. Петриківка, Нікополь, Суми, Київ, Здолбунів. Hi, I even know who is from Zdolbunів. I believe I know today one of my colleagues, Yana Svertluk, is with us. She's in the chat, as you can see. Okay, Одеса, Братислава, Миргород, Кам'янське, Бровари. Okay. The more you will tap in, using Slido, the bigger it becomes. Like that. Yeah. And today we will be talking about how to grab attention of students. I believe it's one of the good instruments to use something like Mentimeter or Slido to do quick quizzes, quick discussions, some like exchange of concepts over ideas. It's interesting how we can use it. Yeah, and it's easy to create. You just go to the slido.com and quickly do it and use very simple QR code or hashtag. And everyone can participate, even without downloading any apps. Yeah, so it's quick and effective instrument. If you have a pretty big audience, you need to communicate with them, and you want to get their attention and do it together. Yeah. Okay, I see the Kharkiv is the leader. Okay, Kyiv, Kharkiv and Poltava, Ivano-Frankivsk in the chat. Yeah, Rivne, Nizhyn, Lviv. I know they have pretty interesting topic today, but I need to mention that it won't be just one webinar. I will be doing series about attention. I believe we will continue this topic during December. I believe we will be talking about second part of what we can do with attention. Okay, Echo, do we have it? No, tell me. Put pluses if you hear it, minuses if not. Plus, okay. Pluses, so some. Okay, give me a second. I will check my microphone. Okay, now. Oh. No. Okay, without any problems. Maybe. As today, two ILT consultants in this chat, maybe just us together creating some echo. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, I see Vinitsa is running up. No, so we created our board wall. Thank you. Thank you. I see you joined from different places, and I know right now it's hard to find time, and especially right now it's also hard to find some strength to teach and also to learn. So thank you for joining. I believe it will be interesting for you to talk with me, but you know, if you're regular that I don't like to give you lectures. I want to communicate with you. Today we will start the topic. I will ask you to answer several questions in our feedback form, and then we will proceed to working more with attention. I believe it will be much more effective for us than just doing it like that. Me giving you a lecture, how to grab attention of the students and give you something like golden tickets that working for me, but who knows if they will be working for you. Yeah, so I believe it's very important to share experience. Today, we will start with this. We will try to conquer attention of our students. And also we will be talking about different generations, how they participate in learning, and also how they can be distracted from learning. As right now, if you take a look at any type of services that provided for teachers, especially if you're talking about learning English, we have a lot of services, and they all tell you, we will give you the best experience. We will give you the best instruments to grab attention. But if you get all these instruments, or at least the majority of them, the most of time you won't be learning just playing. Yes. So if we look at the instruments, it seems like we try not just gamify our learning, but create games, very long games, and sometimes they do something with grammar and vocabulary, but not often they do something with our learning goals. But it was a topic about my previous webinars that we need to manage our feeling of missing out, to understand that learning intentions go first, and then we get Kahoots, word walls, Quizlets, and so on and so on. Yes. Okay. Before we will start deep in like diving deeper in this topic, I need to mention your certificate of participation. This number and also this date will be sent to you. Oh, sorry, I didn't change the topic. Oh, sorry. It will, obviously, it won't be about forcey skills. It will be about conquering attention, yes. It will be sent in several days. Please tell me how many days it will take us. I often ask you, it's very important to ask questions and to hear answers. Okay. Yana, you are a cheater. Don't do that. Okay, 1, 3. Okay, 1, 3. Okay, most of you know. Okay. Hi, Pansrihi. I hope you also know how many days it takes. I will tell you, 1 working day. We will be sending your certificates with all information about future events and also some links that I would like to share you after this topic. But I also need to mention that sometimes some bad magic can happen. If you don't have your certificate, please write to us after 2 working days. Yes, like tomorrow we will be sending. If something happened and you didn't receive your certificate, please write it a bit later. So tomorrow in the morning, they still won't be sent. But a day after tomorrow, you can be sure that if you don't have a certificate, you need to write to us and we will send to you with a link directly to download it and use it. Okay, good. So we know that. Good. We know they try to be quick with certificates. Yep. Good. Good. Our agenda for today, we will be talking about lessons. Obviously, sometimes we have this struggle. Okay, my lessons are a bit boring. Or my lessons a bit overstimulating. Or my lessons in the balance, but I saw something interesting. I would like to include it, but I don't understand how to include it in my lessons. Not to hinder experience for my students, like cool things that we would like to try. But it's more about lesson planning. Today, I want to talk about how these lessons, boring lessons, sometimes can be good lessons. And overstimulating lessons obviously won't be so good for our students, no matter what age they are. But nevertheless, it's hard to find this balance and also prolong this effect of holding this balance for our lessons. Next, we will be talking about strategies, what we can do, obviously. Also, I will play with you. Yana told me that most of other participants like to play games. Today, I prepared the grammar game for you. And we will be talking about 3 generations. Obviously, millennials. Yeah. We will be talking about Gen Zs, and also we will be talking about new generation that we right now have in our secondary school and primary school, obviously Generation Alpha. I believe it's important to know who will come to our classrooms and also who we will be teaching and where they are standing. How big the gap between our generations and how we can help each other in teaching and learning. That's why it's about who you will welcome, but also who you are. Like we need to recognize our differences and also celebrate these differences. Yes, not just saying like, okay, it's hard for you to remember. Oh, I'm a bit boring teacher, so we don't know how to communicate that. No, we can find common ground and find good approach. If I enjoy boring lessons. I will give you this revelation about me. I enjoy them. Giving them and also having them, sometimes it's very interesting to be a bit bored while you're learning, as you understand that you're approaching not just familiar information, you enter a new zone for yourself. So it's okay to be a bit bored, but nevertheless, we need to provide support for our students to learn more, and just make them feel bored. It doesn't mean that they are only learning, yes, and it's easy to give up if you're too bored. Okay, any questions I will try to answer at the end of the webinar, but you also can type in. Yana, as you're here, I will ask you to assist. If I miss any questions, please tell me about them. Okay, We will start with the basics. I believe you know this quote. It's pretty famous one about learning, yeah? And it's a pretty famous guy who told us about this. Benjamin Franklin once told that if you tell me, I do what? It's about learning, yes, it's about teaching. How do you think? Then we only tell information, retell. Forget, yes. Tell me and I forget. Do you agree? Pluses or minuses? Let's go for it. Like, no thing, like, even if it's a quote of Benjamin Franklin, we can discuss it, yes? And maybe they live in different world already and we don't agree with it. But I see most of you agree. Okay, tell me and I forget. We agree here. Okay, teach me and I do what? Teach me. It's what usually we do. Only practice. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can open it. Sorry, I forgot that I prepared to play with you. Like I can show you. Okay. Understand. Remember. Learn. Okay. Learn. Remember. Practice. Teach me and I remember. Yeah. So then we teach someone. Let's try to recall. PPP. Yeah. Practice, presentation, practice, production. Obviously, if we present, someone will practice and try to remember. More practice, more ability to pay attention to what we know and recall it quickly. So we will be working on retention next time. So we will be more focusing on remembering information, not just getting attention of students. But okay, the final word. The final, let's go. Yeah. And then we involve people, we help them to learn. So obviously right now we pay attention a lot to collaborative activities that invite our students. We give them time to speak. We ask their personal opinions. We discuss their judgments about different principles. Why? Because it helps them to learn and become independent learners. We enjoy when our students independent learners, and they can next learn independently, obviously, and just come to us with questions. Okay, but you see, I also have one more block. It's about years. How do you think this good idea of Benjamin Franklin, what century it happened? How do you think? How long do we know about it that we need to involve people? Okay, so most of you tell them that it was 2 centuries ago. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm not asking you to Google. We just playing. It's not something very... Okay, you're pretty sure that we have around 19th century? Okay, 19... 18, 16, 17, I see most of you telling 19. So at least several hundreds of years, we heard it, yeah? They heard it. Okay, this wise guy was living, as you can see, in 18th century, yeah, at the beginning of it, mostly. I believe he told us this somewhere closer to them, he started to teach other people. So I believe we can say it's mid 18th, yeah. So it's very important that this idea was given to us for many years. And right now we only approaching to implement it. I'm not saying like, oh, Ukraine is only starting to learn it from foreigners and finally we including it. No, I see it in any type of education. I have my students right now in Portugal from Zaporizhia. My student moved to Portugal and I had to check their books, Portuguese textbooks, how they give information. And I see still examples of what we had several years ago and also what we try to implement. Obviously we still growing together, but all these things that was given to us by Benjamin Franklin, nevertheless that they were for a long time with us, we only start to implement. We start to understand. It's very important to involve students, and sometimes we forget it. to do that, and we just go for teaching or only for telling. Yeah, I still remember a lot of lessons that I had that I only saw the back of my teacher, and a pretty big schemes. we had to write down some mind maps or to do writing like a lecture mostly without any critical thinking involvement. So obviously some elements we can use from tell me, teach me, but engagement is very important. Yeah. Okay, let's put into the practice. Jana, you will be responsible for me doing that. I want to play with you a bit of grammar game, but it's also a bit of teaching game. So take a look. I've chosen the cards we have for adults. It's voices. It's pre-intimidate. And I've taken the topic about adverbs of frequency. All of us, I believe, once or twice, or many hundreds times, taught this topic to students. So I have, as you can see, some infographic, let's call it like that, and also rules that I need to teach you. Can you tell me right now, is it engaging to you to see this information? I give you 3 rules and give you a picture how to use this adverbs of frequency. Yeah, not really. For me, it's also not the best, as I'm looking at it. Too much information, too many words, I believe. Yeah. I need to read here. I need to read there. There to implement, I still don't see. Yeah. I don't see my goal. Why I'm learning it. Yeah. So obviously, no goal for it. Why? Why we learning? It's the first that we do. No understanding how to implement it beyond the classroom. Also not here, yeah. But first of all, I will show you it in steps. How to improve it, what we can do. Okay. If I do like that, if I highlight some ideas in this text, is it better? Okay, it's hard for me to understand if we continue to the same question or you already moved to the next one. Okay, only visual. Okay, no, not really. Yes. Oh, we are pretty far from being perfect in this topic. We will be moving fewer and fewer, you will see. So the first of all, yes, we need to highlight some ideas. They need to be done in a voice. Yes, I need to put emphasis there to pay attention. Yeah, but it's just helping my students to understand that to pay attention when we will be doing something. Okay, so I've given them some rules. Yeah, I put a list of words we will be using. Okay, next one, I will give you task. Imagine you, my students. Okay, engage in one. So, you've seen examples, yeah? Vocabulary. Right now, you need to replicate it. Fill in the gaps in this infographics, like from 0 to 100. Practice, yes? So we approach practice. Presentation done, like, I worked like using 10% of what I could given to students, but nevertheless, I given 3 rules, I given picture, yeah? So we could just take any book and we can find such a scheme. They need to revise. Okay, is it good task? Is it engaging one? Let's use yes or no. Not really. Yes, it's not really. Okay, tell me, if I provide you this previous slide, this one, especially this picture, there you can see what vocabulary you can choose. Is it cheating or is it help? How do you think? Let's do like that. Cheating or help? Oh, help. Okay, help. Yes, it's happened. Okay, it can be a bit cheating, but there are people cheat. People cheat, then they do tests. And here I'm trying to teach them. It's still, it's still controlled practice. Yeah. So here I provide them with experience. Their students need to learn. It's too early to test them. They only saw these words once. Maybe they heard some of them, but also I need to check. There are the problems. Yeah. But before that, we will need to provide help. So obviously, if I'm asking my students to do that, it's a bit easier than you see words and you put them. If you want to make it a bit challenging, yeah, you can change it a bit. You can hide some words. You can also, oh, sorry, I will try it. I hope I will be able to do that. Okay. Me trying something new. I'm not often use Zoom for this, as we usually do it on the platform. But take a look. I can take something like that and just hide. Sorry, it will be for pretty long activity. Yeah, I will be hiding some letters. Yes, so we will be checking the spelling. For example, I will be hiding them. I will be doing like something like that. Yes. But still, it's a bit better than we provide help, than we give our students to work with something. And if I just give task, if I just give them, sorry, now I need to use all the drawings away. Okay, if I provide only rules, if provide only task, it's not engaging enough. My students already felt like giving up. I had this lesson. I know that I see all the spark dying in their eyes. So here also it will be like, okay, we will try to recall what we saw, but it's hard, it's too challenging. I'm putting them in the stress zone. So obviously, to help them pay attention to what we are doing, it's also me paying attention what help they need, and also giving them this not advice, but some hints, some life hacks to help them to pay a bit more attention, also catering for their needs. If they need this help, it's what we need to do. If you want to do tasks, do it at the end of a lesson. It's okay to do like that. It's okay. Next one, it's a bit more challenging, and we will be playing with it. If you feel like playing grammar game, you can choose any sentence and rewrite it as this task asking you. Tell me, should I provide for such task also some explanation or rules that my students already was presented with? Like, should I give them this? Understanding there to put adverbs of frequency. Or it's too much of help. Okay. Yes. If they need, yes, obviously, it's about discussion. It's very important to understand that students will need help, and also take a look. This is not just you rewrite, yeah, like do this task solo. No, do in pairs, discuss, help each other, analyze together, try to recall together, explain rules to each other. Like, oh, I don't remember. After B or before B? Yeah. Okay. Am I occasionally or there to put occasionally? Help me. Yes. Let's discuss. There you put it. Okay, but I think maybe we can do it in a different way. Let's do like that. You write this variant, I will write that. We will try to give to the teacher both and see what will be the correct one. Yeah, so it's important to have discussion, but not always with the teacher. Such activities can be done together, even if book tell you, like mine, or you understand that we can do it. Yes, so obviously, we need to provide this help, and help. So it's about us teaching, but also us involving. So we don't just separate them like only telling, only teaching, only involvement. No, we do it all together. Yeah. So obviously, my option, I wanted to take the last one. I am late to class. I occasionally late. Yeah, I'm occasionally late. And you can also play such games with your students. You can ask them questions about how they would like to learn, obviously, no matter who they are. Primary students, or maybe you have teens, maybe young adults, or working adults. Any person, all of us experience learning through the process of our life. And we know what we enjoy and we don't enjoy, and then we need help. But we just need to say to people that you can ask for my help, and you can also ask for help in the pairs, yes, in the groups. So add it to your tasks, and it will become much, much easier. Okay, I believe you have a lot of your own ideas how to work with such activities. So I won't be imposing on your visit. Okay. Today we will be more concentrated on the talking about. Oh, I wanted to show you how to do it better. Sorry. I will take you with me on the platform. So also a way to start this discussion about grammar. It's not just going for something like, oh, it's time to do some grammar. No, it's time to do this some listening. It's time to do this some speaking. It's time to do this some reading. As you can see here, we have a text about extroverts and introverts. So it's about preparing our students to learn new information, maybe not the most important for their life and their survival, but nevertheless something that we would like to teach them. I believe it's what we do every day. Yeah, like Pani Marina is saying, it's our daily routines. So it's something that we try to do. We try to have pre-teaching before we start teaching new information for our students. Then we read. It's okay. We will be using it as reference material. This is like the unit is looking like, take a look, speaking, listening, and grammar. So we will be combining it, yeah? And then one more time speaking. So pretty big topic, but what we do, we set goals. Okay, I will show you. We set goals, what we will be learning. And it's not like you will learn present simple. You will learn about adverbs of frequency. No, it's important to give students some beyond the classroom goals. I told you several times that I believe you already tried to implement it. Like you will be able to speak about yourself and other people about this. And also for students to understand that they can connect to such goals. It's a way to ask them what we would like to add to lesson goals that will be helping. Then we're talking about grammar. I've chosen these tasks. You see, you learned this. So this task and this one. But before that, we will jump to grammar. We will provide examples. It's very important. Right now, we teach grammar mostly providing firstly examples, not discussing rules. But take a look how we teach it. The first task will be to go to the reading, this one that we've seen, this one. Find adverbs of frequency, find them, then analyze them to understand which of them definite, which of them indefinite, and then work only on indefinite one. So we will be getting information from a source, analyzing it using our critical thinking, then separating in different groups. It's very important that here it's not very high level, but we already teaching our students to analyze and separate, and also to work with information. Obviously, the same principles we will be doing while they will be reading about, I don't know, the story of Britney Spears, yeah, in her recent book, or some other topics about PDD, yeah, or any type of information that they can find for related to their work, yeah, to their study process, they will be doing the similar principles. They will be understanding the text is a reference. I can analyze it, find useful information, but too much information, it's too much. They need to separate. It's the process of the learning. This will be encouraging our students to learn these soft skills through learning grammar, obviously, and that will be about involvement. Not always we need to put them in pairs and give them long discussions, but we need to provide the students at least with bare minimum discussion of their own. Then they ask questions to themselves and they look for answers. It's very important to do like that. My educators in how we call the Zaporizhzhia, the best university, the new, always told me it's not even so important to find answers and what answers it will be, but for you to start with questions. You need to create questions for yourself, and you need to enjoy this process of learning. This is what grabs your attention, so it's how we engage. We start with bare minimum, providing some questions for our students, and then we go for, obviously, we will give more activities for personal response, obviously, and also do some activities when we try to put all this information into practice, see what will be happening. One more time writing about ourselves. So main principles, what we do with learning right now, they're all here, but how do you combine, you can play with it. Important how you hold the attention, as some students can be distracted, and right now we will be talking about that, distractions for different people. So let's return to my presentation one more time. Okay, we are here, and I want to ask you, tell me, what generation are you? I know mine. I'm Gen Z. Tell me yours, please. First, understand what audience are with us today. Mostly millennials. Okay. Millennial. X. Okay. Yeah, I didn't put all of them. Sorry. I'm wrong about myself. I'm also millennial. Yeah, I'm 1988. So obviously I'm a millennial. Okay, most of teachers differently right now, millennials, and we need to understand our principles of understanding information. If you order you baby boomers or you Gen X, yeah, so there are a lot of sorry. Older one also, let's involve you to the millennials as its principles that we mostly will be having. And you need to understand some of this. Years, it's our students that will be learning with us. Yeah, pre-millennial. Yeah, like, and okay, so we have pre-millennial, yeah, and 2 post-millennials here, and 1 millennial. I believe it's about us. No, I don't like when someone says, I'm quite old, I'm old. No, they are quite experienced, yeah? We saw a lot and we survived, and it's one of the best skills that we right now have, yeah? To be skillful and experienced people. So we can teach a lot. And we can provide a lot of knowledge to future generations. And I hope we will see more and more generations of Ukrainians growing up. But we need to understand the main principles, how we were taught, and also how we will teach, yeah, these ones, these 2 Gen Zs. It's mostly young adults right now, yes, and also Gen Alpha that we have in primary, secondary school. Why separation? We will be discussing different generations right now, and I want to discuss activities with you that we can do with them, and how we learn and what factors had this influence on us. But before that, let's play a quiz. And if you would like, I will create a similar quiz for your students to understand them without asking their years, as I ask you, but you know, not always the students ready to share this information. You can just do a quick quiz with them to understand what they enjoy while learning, and also to understand what main principles you probably need to follow with them. Okay, I will be asking you to choose in 4 questions, A, B, or C, and the most you have A's, it's one generation, then next and next. Yes, so obviously try to recall all your variants. Like I have mostly A, I have mostly B. Okay, let's go. So how do you students prefer to communicate with each other? I know mine, so I will be playing with it and answering mine. I know most of my students enjoy a mix of texting, as I not often get calls from my students, so they enjoy more texting me or even sending me some videos through social media. But not all of them enjoy face-to-face interaction. Sometimes they say that they have bad day if they don't turn on their cameras. But nevertheless, mix of text in social media, something somewhere there we're staying. Okay, I see we have a lot of A's and B's. Okay, social media. Yeah, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, new platforms. Yeah, or Instagram or YouTube. I myself, a candidate YouTube user. Yeah, and also I know most of my friends. Most of my adult students enjoy Instagram, YouTube. Most of my older and a bit younger students enjoy Instagram and YouTube, but when it comes to teens, I know TikTok, a lot of TikTok, yes. Okay, so I see a lot of this. And okay, let's move to the next question. The best learning style. So they have visual and interactive, but they have some drawbacks with students. They easily distracted, yeah? So enjoy visual materials, but very easy to distract them. Independent learners, but they need challenges. And if you don't challenge them, they quickly become bored, yeah? And it's like, okay, I don't know why I'm learning, yeah? All these people collaborative ones, but they struggle to use technology. Okay, yeah. And one more. Yeah, it's a bit hard to answer. What distractions for them? Yeah. Most of us are quickly distracted, yeah, from learning. Like not the best topic to discuss with students, how to distract you, but nevertheless it's a topic for us teachers to discuss, that our students can be distracted from learning, no matter what we will be doing with them. Like if we give them their smartphones or we'll give them time to daydream, they will be distracted. I know that most of time I see B, multitasking. Multitasking is a problem, and like they have this talking about young, so that it's hard for them to pay attention. They only can get information in small bits. It's about like we judge them. I believe it's not important to judge people, because no matter what we will be doing with them, they will be still using this learning style, and also these distractions will be working on them. So my generation had a lot of multitasking. You do a lot of different tasks. I know every day it happens like that I need to do several tasks. Tasks as working force, mostly working like that we need to chat, we need to listen to some information, we need to read something here, there, analyze several texts. So obviously it's easier to get distracted. Okay, so let's take a look. What are your results? Tell me who deal with this. I know my generation is that. That's why I mistook myself for them. As then the more time I spent with the Gen Zs, I tried to learn information in their style too. I become like part of them and pick up their habits about learning. Okay, I see Pani Marina is teaching alphas. Yeah. So, okay, just this alpha and just this. Do anyone has millennials out there? Okay, alpha and just this. Okay. The approaching. Okay, most of you, while you chosen Gen Z and Alpha, it means that you're teaching future, yeah, and millennials, they support the present, yes, they support the present, okay. If we're teaching millennials, Alpha, okay, I can tell you if you don't have other groups like millennials or alpha, you want to teach Gen Z, just for your experience, for sake of experience, I will tell you, it will definitely help to try to teach them, to give them just like a free lesson, or maybe try it for private learning, but to check all your principles in teaching, what will be working with them, what will want. As it was really eye-opening for me to teach much older people than I, and also to teach much younger people than I. I told my students about something. It was like example from Harry Potter, and they was like, Harry who? Harry Potter. Harry who? Generation gap can happen, and right now they start to understand me as they expect series about Harry Potter, yeah, and also learning more about Hogwarts. But nevertheless, generation gap happening, and they need to understand that different principles of learning, different things that influence us, make these different generations. How do you think? What factors influence us? Why they are separated in groups? Like, why we not entity? Why we can't just learn like everyone? Yeah, like why I need to learn differently? Why especially we need to teach differently, different generations. It would be the best way to teach if all our students will be the same. Yeah, but we are not the same. And they can be separated even in this big groups of generations. How do you think? What factors influence separation in groups of different generations? No, first one I will tell you. Obviously, it's something to deal with economy. Obviously, different changes, some crises, some good periods of prosper, they influence how we grow differently, grow up, how we develop, what skills we will be using. So different generations. Obviously, when we hear about revolutions, we often hear about technological revolutions. So this is influencing us. So how we are separated in these groups, and also it's about how we get information, how we work with information. The style is changing. It's not about only technology. It's about how much information we get. How do you think, which group is getting the most access to information? Alpha, Gen Z, you can just use the first letter. Alpha, Gen Z, or millennials? Who get the most content? Okay, Alpha and GZ. Okay, hook today do not read. Huh. They read, but they read different things that what we read. Okay, who can remember information the most? How do you think? Alpha, Gen Z, or millennials? Okay, okay. Z, millennials. Okay. And the last question, is that information all the information that we get. How do you think? Which generation is more try to get information that is work-related or study, like for education, for work or education? Alpha, Gen Z, or millennials? Who try to acquire this information for work purposes or learning purposes? As you know, we can get a lot of information, but not all of them so useful. For education, yes. You see, millennials for work, but not always. Not always. We try to learn. We as a teachers try to learn. Here we can have this professional deformation. But you see, millennials get a lot of information. Some of them work related, but you see, the ability, natural ability to get information if needed and do it quickly, it's too bad. But Gen Z and Gen Alpha can get. We can learn from them if the millennials. Yeah, that's why it's important to help millennials to get something that called media education, yeah, or media literacy. Yeah, for us to become active users of technology and use all these search agents as quickly as other people can do. As I was really surprised how people differently use Google. Once we had this experience during my student years, we checked how we look for the same information, what requests we give to Google to get the answer to a pretty complicated question. And for some people, it's 1-2 requests and they give up. Some of them can do it 3 more and we will find final information, we will find the answers. And some people also take a lot of different requests, but nevertheless, they receive much less useful information. They just go for various basic answers to the request, and it's enough for them. It's different types of learning. It can happen in one generation too. So obviously we need to cater to other needs, and we need to understand what is working for us, what is not. Yes, webinar is recorded. I believe, I hope. I've seen this notice. Give me a second, I will check. Yes, it's we recorded. Okay, and they're different groups. So let's go for each of one and let's discuss. First, it's millennials. It's us. We will like that. First of all, we had most of us some first steps into digital childhoods. So obviously, let's recall our TV sets. Yes. They changed a lot while they were growing up. They also saw some first changes in media, so newspapers, some magazines, all that were changing. Obviously, they get the first steps to that. I still recall other professors asking us who has the internet to understand if we can do homework, Google something. Oh no. So I believe it's about that. Then you take the first steps. Obviously, you have all that bad experience that future generations won't have. But nevertheless, this is also teach us that we can be a part of this digital world. Yeah. So maybe we are not the most savvy in it, but nevertheless, we are a part of it. It's easier for us to connect to other people who also use digital things for learning. But we need to understand that sometimes for us it will be a bit of more stress, and then take less stressful activities with other students, add these elements that will be not just catering for students who need a lot of digital, but also to understand that we as the teachers will be also present in this lesson, and we need to understand that for today, digital need to be only used here and there, but not every 5 minutes. Yes, like here Kahoot, then one more Kahoot, then we will be doing bamboozle. Now, so I'm talking about understanding that we are still in this period, yeah, where we approach in technology, and we grown a bit differently. Okay, next one, pay attention that in most cases for us it was more about self-esteem, about trying a lot of different things. We were growing up like in Zaporizhia, we call it Dicke Pole, yeah? But if you're talking about English, it's closer to Wild West, yeah? American variant. But nevertheless, this is no rules. Yes, you can show other people through your skills. You can open businesses. You can try different things. You can go here to learn. You can choose this. So much more freedom than our parents had. Much more opportunities, but also much more drawbacks and much more responsibility. So obviously, our first steps into adults, it was about becoming independent and also trying to focus on our self-esteem, showing how well we can do. And that's why if we had some bad experience right now, it's so much of millennials visiting psychologists, yes, going into therapy to close this issues for ourselves. So I believe it's important. Tell me, how do you think it's a bit of not a topic of our discussion, but how do you think teachers, do they need to go into therapy and have discussions about our teaching experiences? Pluses or minuses? Should we discuss students with experts? Obviously, we should discuss it. Some work, we get a lot of stress from it. Obviously, we need to discuss it. So thank you for staying and agreeing with me. I believe it's very important to do like that. If you have this opportunity, if you have a phone that you can call and find support, or have a chat with the person that will give you help, psychological help, please use it. Even if you feel like not doing it, please do. Okay, so take a look. Millennials, important. What we would like to give them? Collaborative environments. They like to collaborate. We like to collaborate. It's us. So activities that will help you to do collaboration with such students. It's what will be your key to their hearts. Yeah, to help them pay attention. If you just sit 10 millennials and won't give them work in pairs, work in groups, stand up, doing something, starting idea, finishing other people's idea, such activities, if you won't give them that, they will be bored. They will give up very easily. They enjoy collaborate. Why? Because we not only grow up like looking for independency, but also we grow up not being able to take all the responsibility for our learning. That's why it's easier for us to learn when we share it. When we share responsibility for rules that we create, we discuss them. That's why right now most of books will be proposing for adults a lot of more per activities than it was given previously. But we need to remember, technology, it's a stress factor for learning for millennials. So like to the bare minimum. It can be joyful moments, but too much, it's too much. Overstimulated students, it's a very bad style of teaching. Next one, I will be going quickly. First of all, Gen Zs are the main group that we teach right now. They had the access to social media, but also take a look, political polarization and economic recession. Try to imagine how they experience this not as adults as we were, but as teens. Yes, as small children, what they felt when they were growing. And at the moment when the first Facebook, they saw some posts, and it was a big discussions. between the school teenagers that we have seen at those years, talking about some interesting activities they do using social media. Yeah, a lot of this different usages. But take a look. They have this moment of blended learning. Then they still follow the tradition that was given to our parents, to us as millennials. But nevertheless, they also approach the first tries in online learning. They try to get information online. The first Google searches they've done there and looked for information. Not sorry for me to bring up this topic. I don't know if you're comfortable for me to say it or no, so I will cut it if you say it's better to cut out it. It's about the questions about sexual education I had to discuss with my peers, with my friends, yes, closer to my age. But I know from discussions with my students from who are Gen Zs, they Googled it. Most of them Googled it. I don't need to ask Gen Alpha, as I know they also Google it. They Google it, and sometimes they even create content about it. They are to learn about it. Yeah, they even can share like advice what to read online or offline about something. So they have different approach to such sensitive topics too. So obviously, how they learn, how they get information, it's changing. Gen Z, it's about blended learning. So what they like social responsibility. It's first audience that they can get the need to learn while they're learning, but you always need to cater to their need to be responsible. If you spoon feed them, if you don't give them opportunity to take responsibility, they start to get bored. They are not challenged enough. They still feel like they in the kindergarten. Yeah. It's about that, but try not to give them too much tasks, as you know, the first thing that will happen, they will be overstimulated by too many tasks. It will distract them, so not a good idea. And the last one, Gen Alpha, they grow up with smartphone in their hands, as my mother say it, like they were born with it. Yeah, like they came out already with smartphones. Like, here's your kid, and this is his iPhone or some tablet, yeah, something like that. But short content, you need to give them short tasks. If you have a pretty long task, make it short. Make pauses, they will enjoy it. Give them something short. Also, it's important, I will emphasize, what we enjoy in TikTok. Some music moments, yes. Try to use music while they listening to vocabulary. You can also use some things like you can use total physical response with them. It's easier for them to remember. If we will be doing something, it will be like anchors for them about vocabulary, about grammar, but also try to visualize something. Try to provide examples from real life. Then they see a picture, and they can connect it to the what you would like for them to learn. Explain why. They take a look. Their problem is that they will be looking for social justice, and then this word provide them with a lot of examples of social injustice and how we can help them. It's provide them this reasons why they do, or each time then we do, even when we learn with adverbs of frequency, how it will help them to bring more justice to this world. It's very important. Like I chosen examples, Me Too and Black Lives Matter. It's very easy to translate to these cases, but we also have the social and political movements, yes, that we want, we would like to live in the place that will support our needs, yeah, and we will be just to every Ukrainian, in our country. So obviously short form content, but they are not worse than us in learning. They just learn differently. So use music, or you can, if we see that they're overstimulated, maybe you've seen this example, use some relaxing video, like some rain, or maybe it will be water. Yeah, just streaming, you explain it and just show them. Closer to it, some video there they can see something relaxing. That will be helping. If you're using TikTok, you've seen most principles. I will provide you several examples to you to enjoy with your certificates tomorrow, so please stay tuned. Okay, certificates will be sent tomorrow. Yeah. If you need to contact me about anything that we discussed today or any other topic, you can do that using my email, Ірина Малярова @linguist.ua. You can call me, but please in working hours. Yeah. If you feel like crying, you can choose this book, Voices. It's a whole course that you can choose from A1 to C1. They can provide you this like demo access for 4 months for free. Any type of book that NGL is created on the platform Spark. Plus, you can also order it if you feel like ordering. Yeah. And I believe I need to go and celebrate. Yeah. With my colleagues. Thank you for being me today. I hope you learned some more. Okay. Pani Oksana, you're not a dinosaur. I believe if we will speak like that about ourselves, yeah, it will be like we all are dinosaurs. I will tell you a short story while you're saying goodbye. It's that my first smartphone, I bought it, went out of the store, and quickly returned to give it back because I couldn't start it. It was like, okay, what I need to click? I saw only black screen, yeah, and was like, what I need to click? I felt that I was dinosaur, and I was 22, I believe then. So imagine that we always sometimes feel like that, but I believe we need to discuss such topics about how to help our students to get the information that will be very supporting. I will give you something more to read about it, as I can't just put all this information in 1 hour. Yeah, but if you have any ideas what you would like to discuss for this year, for next year, please also leave in feedback tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned. I hope to see you next month. Thank you, regulars, for being with us every month. Thank you for newcomers for coming, and I hope you will stay with us. So bye-bye. Have a nice evening, and stay safe. Yeah, it's the most important that we can do right now. So if anything, we are recording, so you will be able to finish it later. Okay, so bye. See you next month.